Hello everybody, this is Whitney with T6RV.com. Today we're going to do a winterization on a friend's camper for us. We're just going to walk you through a few of the steps. It's not a hard process, anybody can do it. The hardest thing is finding things where they set them around in the camper. The water pump, you got to find the hot water heater down here. You have to find the low point drain, and you have to find your bypass valves for your hot water heater is the main things you got to find. So this is something that you don't want to mess with too much. T6RV to come out, you don't have to hassle with it. We'll bring everything out and we will take care of it. Shoot us a call, T6RV.com. You can find us on Facebook at T6RV. Thank you. Enjoy the video. First step you want to do is drain everything out from underneath the camper. So we're going to go around to the low point drain right now and I'll show you how that's done. Alright, so on this camper here, it could be anywhere on your camper, it could be the front or the back, but what you're wanting to look for is some kind of a line like this. Sometimes they're red, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're clear like this. What this is going to be, it's going to be your low point drain. So you're going to want to open these up, and you're going to want to open up your gray tank and dump your black tank too if you get a chance. So they just kind of drain out the low points of the drain. So if you forget to do this, this water might freeze and you're going to be in trouble when it comes springtime because you're going to have some leaks. So make sure you find those, dump those out, first step. So now we're here at the hot water heater. That's going to be your next step after you drain your low point drains and your gray tank and your black tank. So next we're going to come to your water heater. They're always going to look similar to this, and they usually have this little thing here, but there's usually two general different styles. There's Atwood, Dometic, and then there's Suburban. So on this one here, you got the plastic drain plug. On the Suburban style, you'll have what's called an anode rod, and they do the same thing, a little bit different, but we won't go into that in this video. But the point is you're wanting to drain this. So first step, you got to want to make sure that your hot water heater is off. Because if it's on, what you're draining is going to be really hot water, so you don't want to get burned. So if this one's already been off, so I know it's good. But if it is off, the easy way to get that out is to go inside, turn off your hot water heater, and go to your sink and turn on the hot water. Just wait till it gets cold. After it runs everything out, shut it off, come out here, then pull it. Then you know you're going to have cold water coming out. So this right here is your pressure relief valve, and that's going to help you get the water out too. So first we're going to take a wrench and or a socket, and we're going to get this off here. So these little swivels here work pretty good for that. They get around your little gas line here. There we go.
Whoa, what happened?
You'll want to keep that right there, because we're going to put that back in the springtime. So see how that kind of gurgles out there? Hey, not right now. So we're going to want to open this up and see how much faster that goes when you open that up and close it the same way. Same thing as pouring a gallon of milk out. When you put some air in it, it goes. So a little bit faster way of doing that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go is to the inside. We were on the outside of the hot water heater, now we're going to be on the inside. So these lines right here, I had a customer cut all this out before and just put straight lines into the inlet of the hot water heater and the outlet. And you don't want to do that. You really want to have this line between, because it serves a big purpose on the winterization part of this. So a lot of times you're going to have a valve here. See, I'll do it this way. You're going to have a valve down here, a valve down there, and a valve right here. This one is a different style. So one valve is going to do what all the other ones did. So this one right now is flowing in the non-winterized area. So now what you want to do is you want to turn that. Now what that's going to do is it's going to come out, it's going to come in right here, and it's going to go through here and go back out. It's going to bypass, what's called bypassing your hot water heater. So now when we turn any water on, or at this point we're going to put antifreeze. Antifreeze is not going to go into your hot water tank at this point. It's going to come in, going to come right through here, and going to go right back out, and it's never going to go on these lines that go into the hot water tank itself. So that's going to be our next step, is to do that. And then what you're going to want to find next is your actual water pump. And same thing with these can be anywhere. So on this camper it's going to be in a different location, so we'll get to that. Okay, so our next step here is we found our water pump. On this one it's underneath this cabinet. And most of your water pumps are going to be in pretty tight spaces. So Josh here is going to show you where that water pump is. And there's going to be, most of the time there's going to be a valve. You see the little white valve on that one? So on that one you're going to be just turning that valve a quarter turn, and that's going to put it to this hose right here, where most manufacturers nowadays are putting this hose on it. So this is going to the inlet side of your water pump. So this is acting like the same hose that goes down into your fresh water tank. So what you're doing is, again, you're bypassing that, and it's thinking, your water pump is thinking it's pulling from the fresh water tank, but we're tricking it, put a hose on it, and we're going to pull actually antifreeze, and that antifreeze is going to go through the same lines through your sink and your toilet and your other sink or outside shower, wherever. You got to do all the lines. So that's going to be our next step. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and it'll start sucking the antifreeze out. And this is something that a lot of times people miss, this, the outdoor shower. And springtime rolls around. All right, so here we are at the outdoor shower. Do not forget about the outdoor shower. A lot of times people will forget completely about this, or an outdoor kitchen. If you have an outdoor kitchen, anywhere where there's water flowing in your camper, you have to find that. You have to do both hot and cold. You can't just do one and go through the lines like, let's see, we'll go ahead and turn this on. There's pink. So you turn the cold side off, you still have to do the hot side because that still has water in it. So there's water and there's pink. So now we're good. Now we can shut that off.
And is that pulling from the bucket?
Still pulling from the bucket. See all the pink running out still?
Nice.
So that's another sign. If you're going to buy an RV and they said it's been winterized, you can look around for all this little pink stuff in your toilet and your shower and your sinks. There's usually a little bit of residue. If there's not, that thing has probably not been winterized. So just a little tip if you're buying one.
Does T6 offer camper buying inspection services?
We could in the future, not right now. As of right now, we don't offer that, but we do have contacts. If you need that, let us know, especially when buying a new camper or used from a private party. It's a great idea. They will go through every system. They'll do water column tests on the propane to make sure you don't have any leaks. You're going to be safe. They're going to inspect every inch of that camper. That way, you know when you're buying that camper that you're not going to find any surprises when you go to use it. Everything's going to work the way it should, and you're going to have a full report. It costs a little bit of money, but it's a great peace of mind. All right, so here we are. We have already done the bathroom. We've done the hot and cold on the sink. Can't forget that too. Flush the toilet, let it run in there a little bit, get into the lines because it has a P-trap, all that kind of stuff in there too. Same thing with the shower, hot and cold, and don't forget your shower head. So on the bottom, you just can't do the bottom because there's still water in the lines going up to the shower head. So don't forget your shower head too. Turn that on, pink comes out, you're good, shut it off. So same thing over here. We're going to go over this and I'll show you something that a lot of people miss. So we'll go ahead and, okay, so there's your cold side. So if you have a double sink here, you have to look under here. It's kind of common sense there. When you have two drains, you have this side and this side, so you're going to have two drains coming down. So you can't just do it all in one side. You will leave one side with water in it. So take it to the other side and do your hot side on that side. We'll go ahead and pump a little bit more in this one. This is our last ones, and we just got a little bit left, so we'll just do a little bit more. But at this point, this is this completes the winterization on this camper. We've got every water line done. We've got the hot and cold side of every sink and every toilet. Outside water, like I said, don't forget your outdoor kitchen if you have that, hot and cold. If you got double sinks, make sure you do one on each side. And that is the job for winterization of this camper. If you have any questions, or this is something that you look like, it's like, nope, that's too much for me, give us a call, t6rv.com. We'll come take care of you. The phone number is on the bottom of the screen, website. Give us a call, we'll get you taken care of. Please don't forget to subscribe, water pump, like, and share the video. Thank you.